Good day everyone, I am Mary Shervo, BTBT3. So I am reporting about what is aquaculture. So what is aquaculture? There are different definition of aquaculture, but I have two. First, aquaculture is organized production of a crop in the aquatic medium. The crop may be that of an animal or a plant. Naturally, the organisms cultured has to ordained by nature as aquatic. Or aquaculture is the farming of aquatic organisms including fish, mollusks, crustaceans, and aquatic plants. So it means aquaculture is breeding, raising, and harvesting fish, shellfish, and aquatic plants. So not only harvesting fish but also in an aquatic plants. So aquaculture is an environmentally responsible source of food and commercial products, helps to create healthier habitats, and is used to rebuild stocks of threatened or endangered species. So, next is we have seven kinds of aquaculture. So first is static water ponds, running water culture. Third is culture in circulating systems. Fourth, culture in rice fields. Fifth, aquaculture in raceways, cage pens, and enclosures. Sixth, monoculture, and last is polyculture. So first is we have static water ponds. Here, static water ponds. So when we say static water ponds, generally static water ponds described as a small body of static water shallow enough to allow plant nutrient to grow virtually across it. So these ponds are static with no exchange of water during the culture period. Example for this is fish pond. So one of the example of static water ponds is fish pond. Next is number 2, running water culture. So running water culture is a water supply in the systems must be sufficient throughout the whole year, and the maximum possible flow rate should be used. So number 3, next is number 3 is culture and recirculating system. Yan, culture and recirculating systems. So when we say culture and recirculating system, it is a system that culture water is purified and purified and reused continuously. So a recirculating aquaculture system is a technology where water is recycled and reused after mechanical and biological filtration and removal of suspended matter and metabolitics. So fourth is culture in rice fields. Culture in rice fields. Fish culture in rice fields is an almost ideal method of land use, combining the production of both vegetal and animal proteins. So imagine you have rice fields and then you have another fields of fish, combination of animal and combination of both vegetal and animal. So that is agriculture and rice fields. Okay. And fifth is agriculture and raceways, cage pens, and enclosures. So when we say aquaculture and raceways, cage pens, and enclosures, there are 5. There are 5 differences of cages. First is rigid structures. So napapalibutan siya sa net. Napapalibutan siya sa net. Next is flexible structures. Mismo nasa ilarom. Ginhulog siya sa ilarom sa tubig. Next is floating fish cages. Yung dito sa summer is gumagamit ng container for floating fish cages. Next is cages with rigid framework, cages with flexible framework. Okay, and number 6 is monoculture. When we say monoculture, it is the cultivation of a single crop given area. So single crop, it is an part of planting. Cultivation of a single crop in a given area. So if for example, we have crop, example for crop is kamote crop that we have. Okay, again, monoculture is the cultivation of a single crop in a given area. Last is polyculture. So when we say polyculture, the simultaneous cultivation or exploitation of several crops of kinds of animals. So that is, and the last is we have organization of aquaculture. There are 3. First is semi-intensive. When we say semi-intensive is adoption of mid-level technology, partial dependence on natural productivity, fertilization, supplementary feeding with stock manipulation, medium-level inputs, and medium rate of production. Second is intensive. When we say intensive, adoption of full complement of culture techniques including scientific pond design, fertilization, supplemental feeding or only feeding without fertilization, full measure of stock manipulation, disease control, scientific harvesting, high level inputs, and high rate of production. Last is extensive. Adoption of traditional techniques of aquaculture depends on natural production and little control over the stock. So again, there are 3 organizations of aquaculture. First is semi-intensive, second is intensive, third is extensive. So again, the 7 kinds of aquaculture is: first is static water ponds, running water culture, culture and recirculating systems, culture and rice fields, aquaculture and raceways, cage pens, and enclosures. 6 is monoculture, and last is polyculture. Okay, that's all. Thank you.